It's going to be terrible. I mean, it's really worrying that there will be families around here who will have no Christmas dinner, nothing for the children, no presents for the children.
We're going to deliver a week before Christmas, so every child is going to get a present of some kind.
Good.
I think this is going to be the worst Christmas for too many local families than there ever has been before.
We're coming in Christmas Eve, we're all going to have Christmas hats on, mince pies on the table, lots of Coca-Cola and stuff for the clients that do come in, just to make sure at Christmas Day all our clients have something to eat.
Presents for the kids.
And always presents for the kids,
Yeah.
crayons, teddy bears.
We're talking thousands.
For thousands of families.
Thousands of families are on universal credit. Hundreds and hundreds of families will be having problems with universal credit.
Everyone who comes in is hungry. At the moment, it's because of the universal credit. That's 90%.
We're actually one of the areas in the country that has the most people on universal credit. We have over 12,500 people on universal credit.
So if people are worried about Christmas, then they should be getting in touch with you
Yes.
for the
At
Christmas
Christmas
period.
Eve, we'll
Yeah.
be here Christmas Eve.
And not to sit at home with their
Don't sit at
kids
home
with-
and worry about it. We're here. No one leaves here hungry. We feed everyone.
I think we've seen literally hundreds and hundreds of families coming into the FoodBox and other food banks, you know, within Hounslow, absolutely on their knees from all sorts of reasons.
Yeah, they come through the door and they're devastated, and then they burst into tears because their world has just fallen apart.
Do you break into tears as well?
When I go home, you have to be strong when you're here.
I do have a teacher friend, and she's also expressed concern regarding kids who are coming into school hungry and the snacks that are given to younger children at break times. She said there are just some kids who have, instead of having one piece of fruit, will just keep going because their bellies are crying for it, basically. They're just empty. And she said that is heartbreaking. And she was actually asking me, how can these families get help then?
The teachers are noticing. They're asking the parent, is everything okay at home? The children saying they're hungry. Other people are bringing food in for the children. I can vouch that my granddaughter is taking sandwiches in to one of her friends because the mum can only afford one meal a day. My granddaughter takes her lunch in.
You know, we will all dig our hands in our pockets to support FoodBox and other charities that are collecting and distributing presents and food for those families.
This morning we had an emergency for a lady with 4 children. The call came in from the school and they begged us to make a parcel for this family who are going through the universal credit and they have no food in the house. So we pulled Mark in, he came and he's delivered it directly to the school where the mum will pick up the food and take it home and the kids will be happy. We had a 60-year-old lady come with her dog, begging for not food for her, but for her animal. And she sat on the floor and cried next to her dog.
We did have a lady come in and she was crying so much that she wasn't even able to say
what she
needed.
Yes. The chap this morning is living in Chiswick Cemetery. He comes in every Friday. We give him bread and the perishable food.
And what will he be doing at Christmas?
Staying in his tent in the cemetery for Christmas Day, but he'll come here Christmas Eve. He'll pick up some bread, probably a few cakes too,
Yeah.
and then go back to his tent.
I've had a single parent guy came in with his son. He was holding it together, real kind of tough guy sort of persona. But once we started chatting, he didn't know that the benefit and debt advice service existed. He started to talk, and he's a grown man, burst into tears because he'd been broken. He'd been broken by the system. And just thank goodness that the food box exists.
We need more food because lots of people are hungry at the moment. They don't know what they want. They just come in, they got stuff, they come home, they enjoy they look after their health, and they just need a lot of food. Very, very hungry people.
None of us know what's around the corner. We might be fine today, but who knows what might happen tomorrow.
I used to come in a couple of times a week and think, that's enough, I was doing something. But then one day a lady came in with 2 children. I think this is what made me come every day. She came in with 2 children. She had a referral, which she had from the housing. So we gave her a parcel to last for 3 days. When I closed at 1, I walked past around the corner by Pets at Home. There was the mum sitting on the ground with the 2 children, going through the bags and eating there. That's how hungry they were. And then my heart sank because I'm going home to my cupboard and my fridge, and I knew I wouldn't be able to sleep. So since then I've come every day to make sure everybody's fed. Everyone who comes through this door is hungry. We've got a gentleman who lives on his own with 8 children.
Gosh.
He's doing the swap. He comes in. Luckily now, we're not doing the 3 days. We're doing the whole week, which is going to help people an awful lot more. And we're going to guide them through the first day that the benefit changes, all the way until the universal credit starts. So it's a weight off their shoulders.
If we broke down with them, it wouldn't solve anything. So when they've left, we've often shed a
Yes.
tear or 2.
Oh, yeah.
But whilst they're here, we are their rock.
We have to be strong. We have to make sure the cupboards are always full. We're constantly begging, not just for money, for food, but for money too. Some people are fabulous in donating money. Morrison's fill our freezers every month. We beg. We're getting between 7 and 10 referrals a day. So it may look like we've got lots of food, but if you can think of that, 7 and 10, and that's for a week per person. That's a lot of food. So we're looking flourish now, but that isn't going to last. It'll go soon.
We're expecting it to be worse for Christmas, but we will do our best to provide all our clients with those hampers. We will work very hard for those.
And in the run-up to Christmas, there's so much of an expectation for people, for the children at school with their friends, the television. Mum, Dad, can I have this? Can I have that? And when the families are struggling to even put a basic meal on the table, being faced with that pressure, just completely ships people over the edge.
They're very upset when they first come in. They're very embarrassed about being here, and they come in. But when they leave, often they turn back with many thanks and often say, "We leave here a rich man." That's warming, that we're helping.